Got a video for you today on some brand new processes Amazon Relay has rolled out as far as like things I think they're trying to catch us owner operators slipping on, some ways to protect yourself. And when I say new, I'm talking like brand new, like April 2025 stuff that they're doing that could affect your performance, stuff that they're doing that could affect your money. Told you guys in a prior video I was gonna be incorporating more fitness into my life. Just you know, rather than sitting there in the truck telling you like, oh, I exercised today, I figured, you know what, let's bring this kind of receipt with you. Let me take you up. I'm on my way up to the top of McGinty. Got about 652 feet in elevation gained. Got about double that to get to the top, but that's what we're working on right now. Wanted to talk about, first thing, there's a new department within Amazon. They're kind of driving me crazy. I think they're like, I don't know if it's middle mile partner, MTM, MPM, something like that. But what they are doing is, I think in a prior video I mentioned where they accused me of showing up with a Pennsylvania tractor. And it's my exact license plate. They're like, hey, why'd you come in with this Pennsylvania tractor? And it's like, guys, use some logic here. It's no way that I did all the legs of this trip with this California license plate, with my license plate, and then this one leg of the trip I had this Pennsylvania tractor. Got that resolved. But then fast forward to like the next night, maybe a couple nights later, I'm checking into Sand 5, which is now an auto gate. You used to have a person at the guard shack, somebody at the, used to be somebody at the gate, now it's just the screen. Does the same damn thing to me again. And this is something they've offered no training. I have no doubt that this is like their AI messing up. But I get into the yard and it says, you know, I go from the app over to my trips page. And then the trips page, you know, it says trailers being loaded, blah, blah, blah. But I notice that there's a little red thing next to my tractor saying like PA tractor. And it's like, Jesus, you know, here we go again, here we go. But I kind of found a workaround for it. I've never, again, they've offered no training on this. But I noticed that next to my tractor that says PA, there's a little pencil. And I click on it and I was able to adjust it to being a CA California tractor. Now I had to do it a couple times. I did it the first time, saved it, refreshed the screen, reverted back to PA. Did it, I believe, a second time, reverted back to PA. Finally, on the third time, it sticks with California and I think like everything's good, right? So I'm feeling like I fixed that. I feel like that might be a fix for that. Something new for you guys to check in. I mean, if I always look at these problems like this. I can't be the only one that this has happened to. I don't feel that special. But, so I'm thinking everything's good. Well, then I'm on this run. I've been bookending these. Normally I don't do these like long ass loads. I've been bookending these long ass loads that have brakes in them because they pay pretty well. And there's one the other day that I was doing that was, let's see, I started at Vista DST5, take a loaded trailer down to Sand 3, and then I was supposed to take a trailer from Sand 3 over to Sand 5, and then there was like a 10-12 hour break in it. Now what I loved about that is I had done trucking all night. That was when I was gonna go home and do my reset, and that was gonna be the end of the day there because I needed to go home and sleep, but then that load continued on like 10, 12, 14 hours later, and it paid pretty well. So it was like, was worth my time. The big break in the day was when I was gonna take my break anyway. But here, so what ends up happening, I'm in Vista, loaded trailer down to Sand 3, no problem. Screenshot of that. I mean, arrival successfully detected, all that stuff. I get to Sand 3 and the app changes saying, drop off, loaded trailer from Vista, no problem. But now rather than taking a trailer from Sand 3 to Sand 5, which is what the trip was originally chalked out for, now it changes to bobtail. Screenshot of that, bet your ass, screenshot of that. So I check out of Sand 3, I head over to Sand 5, and it takes me 20 minutes at the gate because now the app is saying drop off loaded trailer. How can I drop off a loaded trailer when I was just instructed to bobtail? And so the employee on the screen, she tells me,
okay, so what I'm gonna do is send you to problem solve and see if someone on site can confirm it. Okay. And maybe give you that white stamp, because from my end, I won't be able to attach it to your drop off.
I understand.
Unfortunately, okay?
So who do there used to be somebody in the guard shack. I know there's nobody there anymore. Do I just find one of the hostler drivers?
Yeah, you could do that.
Find a yard hostler guy. Guy was super helpful. Goes and gets a laptop. He's like, yeah, give me 5 minutes. I got to run in and get a laptop. Comes in and he's like, oh, I see what happened. They did bobtail you from San 3. I'm like, yeah, I have the screenshot to show you. And he's like, here's what I'm going to do. Because you're bobtailing out of here and not due back here for 12, 14 hours, you can't stay in the yard that long. I'm going to attach a dummy trailer to your tractor and you're going to bobtail out of here. Go and exit the yard. Cool. I'm good at following instructions. That's exactly what I do. So I check out of there and I leave and I think everything's good. Then, like 24 hours later, I hear from those same damn MMP, MPM, whoever they are, saying like, there's a new marker. It's not part of our grade. It's not part of our on time, disruption free, you know, it's not part of that. But they're like, your pre-registration accuracy has dropped to 90% because you came in again with this PA tractor and you showed up at San 5 with a dummy trailer. My take-home message here. Screenshots, screenshots, screenshots. I know I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again. Anything changes on that screen. You see them change it from you're taking a trailer, suddenly it says you're taking a bobtail, screenshot of that. You got ROC agent on the phone, they had a load note to something, screenshot that. Screenshot, screenshot, screenshots. Because basically the first time I referred back to these, or I returned the email to these MMP people, I was super polite. I'm like, hey, thanks for getting in touch with me. Yeah, I see what happened. It's a PA tractor, blah, blah, blah. The second time, I'm still professional in these emails, but it's like, listen, these emails are getting ridiculous. You are taking away my most valuable resource, which is my time, and responding to you and showing you where your system is faulty. And yet you have no hesitation in sending me these emails saying like, you know, implying that I've done something wrong. And it's just so staying professional, but my mood on these is, I kind of let them know, I'm like, this is getting real old real quick. So anyway, you just screenshot everything, especially, you know, when you get into the yard, go into your trips page, be sure they've checked your tractor in right, be sure they've got the right license plate in there, be sure they've got the right state, because, you know, when you assign the load through the Relay app, that's your only option of messing up that step. And what mine looks like is it just shows me my one truck. And it's like, do you want to attach it? That's the only part that I have in that. But for them to then change it to another state is crazy. And it was interesting. I'll end this part of the video on this. I was at another facility with a guy holding a laptop and he's like, oh, are you checking in with a CA or a PA tractor? And I'm like, can I see what you see? Because I'm just curious, because a buddy of mine told me, I don't know if this is true or not. He said that because there are portion plates, there should be no other tractor in any other state that has my license plate number because they're like federally regulated. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm assuming it's true. And the thing is I asked the guy, I'm like, can I see what you see? And he shows me his computer. And sure enough, there's like a little drop-down menu and I know what's happening. Somebody's going fast or the AI is messing up and they're selecting PA rather than CA, and it's creating a ton of time away from what I want to be doing, which is stuff like this on hikes, and having to sit there and respond to these BS emails of why'd you check in with a PA plate. So I see where the mistake is being made. Somebody's just hitting that drop-down menu. But definitely when you pull into the yard, new thing to check is trips page. Did they check me in right? And if not, can I fix it? Don't do Amazon any favors. Kind of kills me to say that, but I swear to God, every time I do something that's like, oh, here, let me do a little something out of the box. Sure, I'll help you out. I'll help you out. Yeah, yeah. You think you're doing somebody a solid. It backfires like 9 out of 10 times. I mean, you know, you try to be like, hey, I want to show you I'm a good employee, or not an employee. That's the wrong thing. I'm not an employee, but like, hey, you're paying me to do a job. I want to show you that I'll do that job well. DSD4 the other day had just dropped off a load there. and was literally thinking about, there's a breakfast spot right up by there I can take Lou to. I was gonna go grab some breakfast. And they dropped this load going literally from DSD4 back down to Otay, which is exactly where I wanted to be. And it was, you might be saying, Todd, what are you doing booking $130 loads? I typically don't do that, but that was just literally like right place, right time. I mean, I think it was still like $4 or $5 a mile, but still, yeah, I still kind of like sticking to the $200 minimum. But again, I was right place, right time, and it was going where I wanted. Here's where I messed up. I booked that load at like 8:30 in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, something like that. And it wasn't supposed to start until 11:30 because I was gonna go get breakfast. But because, I don't wanna say I have a relationship with the guy. That sounds weird. Actually, it's 2025. Maybe that doesn't sound weird anymore. I know the guy. We always friendly with me, I'm always friendly with him. And I go walking into the building, I'm like, hey, I just dropped this trailer off. Check this out. I know this load doesn't start till 11:30, but I can either go eat breakfast, which is what I plan to do, show up closer to my scheduled arrival time, or if it serves you better, I can go ahead and start this load now, and I can go and get this trailer out of here. It's up to you. You're the boss. What serves you the best? And he's like, man, is there any way you can take the trailer now? Because you were backed up, he didn't say gridlocked, but he's like, we're just so backed up. I'm like, absolutely. So I go ahead and start the load. I immediately get the warning saying, you're gonna arrive at DSD4 like, I think it was like 200 minutes early or something like that. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. He scans me in, the app asks me to take my picture. I get the trailer attached. And at this point now, where I was gonna eat at, I could have bobtailed in there. Now that I got a trailer attached, where I was gonna eat at was out of the question. So me, Lou, and the trailer and the truck head down to Otay, which is cool because there's a place down there I can eat with the truck and trailer. And I take a picture of the thing saying, you're gonna arrive at Sand 3 at like, I think it's at 300 minutes early. I screenshot it just because it's like, I've never had one say 300 minutes before. And I'm climbing a hill right now, I'm a little out of breath. And so I get down, everything's right, everything's going to plan. I'm totally expecting Sand 5 or Sand 3 when I get there. I'm totally expecting them to say, hey, you're over 3 hours early. We can't take you. Go park somewhere. Come back in 3 hours, which would have been fine. Again, lots of spots down there I can park the truck and trailer and go eat. I get down there, advance the load the entire way, get to the check-in gate, and the app says, load canceled. It's like, what? Like, are you kidding me? Because there's no way, there's zero chance that I'm taking this trailer back to DSD4 for free. Zero, absolutely zero chance. So I get to the gate, and they're like, we can't check in, the load's canceled. And I'm like, how'd I get here with the trailer if the load's canceled? I know I'm early, and I understand if you want to make me wait, but like, I didn't steal this trailer. And they're like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Go check in with yard personnel. I'm like, cool. So I go into yard personnel. I find a guy, hostler down there I know. Show him, I'm like, hey, look, they gave this to me. It was early. What would you like for me to do? He's like, gets on the walkie-talkie. He's like, go drop it off at slip 446. Bet your ass I'm out there taking pictures of proof of life that the trailer I brought down there was left in 446, doing all that stuff, screenshots of everything, and I bobtail out of there. And then I call ROC, and I'm like, hey, can you put a load note in there just saying that, like, I did my part of the job. They canceled it literally when I got to the destination. And the ROC agent was kind enough to go in there and say, driver did show up early, trailer's tracking at destination. Long story short, it involved a payment dispute, and I will get paid for it. But it's one of those things, again, I mean, I woke up today, I forget who sent it. I'm gonna have the the comment come up on the screen. But I see the comments you guys send me. And I see a comment today when I first woke up on my phone saying like, they canceled the trip and the trip totally disappeared. Yeah, that's exactly what they tried to do. They tried to make the trip. So as soon as it was done and as soon as I did the work, it totally disappeared. So had I not had any of those screenshots, it would be very difficult for me to file a payment dispute, because on what VRID? I have no proof of what VRID I did. I would have no proof of the note that the ROC agent put in there. But as soon as everything's done, and as soon as the trip now clears into my history, and after the ROC agent puts a note in there, the trip just completely disappears from my queue, making it very difficult for me to even prove that I did it. So, the take-home message here, screenshots, screenshots, screenshots. We just got new places to do it at. And you might be saying, Todd, you've beat screenshots to death. Leave that dead horse alone. Back in the day, arrival successfully detected. That's all we needed. Thought it was covered then. Then they started disappearing legs. Then they started adding legs. And now they're checking in your verified equipment under the wrong information. They're taking trips that you've done that should be in your history and are making them disappear. My rule of thumb is, if anything changes on that screen, I get a screenshot of it. I get a new ROC agent, they add a new load note, I get a screenshot of it. Next ROC agent comes along, adds a note to it, I get a screenshot of it. Because I don't want the fourth person I talk to be like, oh, okay, yeah, let's just cancel it. And it disappears. That's not gonna work for me. So, I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again. Screenshots, screenshots, screenshots. I did have one person contact me the other day. They're like, Todd, I got every screenshot I need, except I didn't get one for what I booked it for. What am I gonna do? Don't forget that when you book a load, it might be showing up in your junk email. You can go, you get that. I always filter mine by it's like, do not respond at amazon.com, load booked. You can always, they can make the trip disappear. When that trip disappears, all those wonderful load notes go with it. But one thing they can't make disappear is what you booked a load for. And that is gonna show up in that email, that do not respond at amazon.com, load booked. That's gonna tell you exactly what you booked it for. So I hope this video serves you well. Appreciate you for watching. Sorry if I'm beating this dead horse. I see him messing with our performance and our money, and I don't like it. And I want to see you protect yourself the same way I'm protecting mine. Hope this video serves you well. Take care. And this is what it's all about. Hard part's over. 1,300 feet of elevation gain. Easy part's walking back. Come up here, sit a while, clear my head, and decide if I'm gonna go to war tonight in that truck.